All right. I have Doug Eastwood, one of our board members, executive board members, past board chair, and then also he has been a part of the community for many years. He is one of the biggest pieces why we have our North Idaho Centennial Trail Foundation. So, Doug, thank you so much for chatting with me today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So Doug is going to talk a little bit about the history of our trail and give you some plugs on some cool things that are happening in the book as well.
All right. Well, Tabitha, as some folks are aware, it was almost 2 years ago when the Trail Foundation created a marketing committee in order to promote and create more awareness of the Centennial Trail. They asked me if I would write some stories on the early days of the trail development for the newsletter they were going to be putting out. I found that there was a lot to write about regarding the Centennial Trail, and I began contacting some folks that were involved with the design and the development. I also went back through a ton of newspaper clippings, letters, and memos, and all of that brought back the memories and the issues surrounding the trail development. I soon realized that there were more than some short stories materializing on this trail. A non-fiction historical document was evolving, and it may more than likely become a book. So I took a couple classes at North Idaho College on how to compile this information into book form and how to get it published. The Centennial Trail, as everyone is probably aware by now, will be 30 years old this year, 2020. And the push was on to complete the book and have it published for the trail's 30-year anniversary. The book title, The North Idaho Centennial Trail, the trail that almost wasn't, speaks to the idea that this 23-mile trail probably should not have been built when considering all the opposition that it ran into in the conceptual stages. It did, as we're aware, get built, and today it is a local icon used by hundreds of thousands of people every year. The book was first published in February of 2020 and is now available on Amazon. Once the reopening of the Idaho economy begins, which we're being real positive, things are going to start looking good for us real soon. But once the economy reopens, the book will again be available at the Coeur d'Alene Chamber of Commerce office in downtown Coeur d'Alene and at the Well Red Moose in Riverstone. All proceeds, I think this is good to know, that all proceeds from the sale of the book will go to the North Idaho Centennial Trail Foundation for their continued care and oversight of the trail. When the economy reopens, there will be some scheduled talks and book signing dates. Trail Foundation will announce those times through their social media. Now today, a walk, a run, or a bike ride on the trail is good for the soul and the mind during this COVID-19 pandemic. If you use the trail, please adhere to the social distancing. One more thing, I would also ask that if you take your dogs with you on the trail for a walk, please pick up after them. The city and county staff do not and will not be doing that. We dog owners, I'm included, I have 2 of them, we get the exclusive responsibility for that task. What I'd like to do, and I think this has been shown, here's a copy of the book, The North Idaho Centennial Trail, the trail that almost wasn't. This will also be available at different events that the foundation puts on. And let me get you excited about one that's coming up soon, Hales for the Trails. It's still 12, 13 weeks away. We're very optimistic by then we're going to be able to have a great event, get out and socialize with all of our friends and acquaintances again, and have a really fun afternoon. Couple of exciting things that happen is the ales for the trails. We take a vote on all the brew pubs that are there, and the people get to choose which one is their favorite. After that happens, we have made a wooden trail logo plaque. It's called Intarsia. And this is awarded to the winner of the People's Choice on their most favorite beer. Last year, we had 2 winners. We had a tie. That was highly unexpected, and we had a good time introducing those plaques and giving those awards to those brew pubs. We've had 30 to 35 brew pubs. I expect we'll have the same again this year, and we'll have a fun time. Come out, buy a book, participate in the event, and have a good time. And we are really hoping that will be the case in about another 12 or 13 weeks.
Perfect. How else can people support the trail at this point, as we, go through this pandemic, and how we get, we have some people using the trail, like you said. What are the best ways to support the trail right now?
The trail is doing a lot of work right now. The foundation, including Tabitha, who I'm speaking to, and we have a couple other members on our board that are reworking our webpage. And if you would go to the nictf.org, get on the webpage, there's opportunities there to help us out, not only for contributions that you can sponsor a mile, you can get on a plaque across the street from the chamber office in the Independence Point parking lot. We have a really nice monument dedicated to the Centennial Trail. But there's also ways to volunteer and help out on the different events and trail activities that we have. So a good way to do that, go to our website and you can scroll through there and check it out. And if you have any comments about it, we'd certainly love to hear that as well. But it's looking really good. It's been completely redone.
Thank you so much, Doug. Do you have anything else to add for us?
No, I just hope that if you go out and you have a great time enjoying the trail, and everybody knows the weather's getting warmer and we're getting a little bit antsy to get out there, just maintain the social distancing, adhere to what the governor is asking us to do. It will all end, and we'll get back to a higher degree of normalcy here pretty soon.
I like the positivity, Doug. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
You too.